Hello everybody, welcome to One Drink, a podcast where we talk about one topic for one drink. I'm Oliver.
I'm Matthew.
And today on our history show, we are featuring April 5th to April 11th, along with two more Medal of Honor stories.
Yes, and these Medal of Honor stories keep getting, they're better.
Yeah.
Interesting and more.
Well, it's amazing because like the stories, like you think, oh, well, we found a couple good ones in the beginning. They'll sort of like taper off a little bit, and they haven't. They're just all just unbelievable.
They are. They're fantastic.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to go to April 5th, 1806. Isaac Quintart of Stanfield, Connecticut receives a U.S. patent for his apple cider and bark mill. You like apple ciders?
I love apple cider.
You do?
Yeah. The kinds with booze and the kinds without booze.
Oh,
I like both.
Okay.
I like both.
I do like both, but I can only have a very little because it just makes me shit. Instantly. I don't know what it is. And some of those taste really good though, like the cider beers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
I like doing in the fall. I like doing warm apple cider in the crock pot. And you just put it in the crock pot and let it get warm. And you add some Captain Morgan to it. Oh, dude, it's so good.
So I crock pot all the time.
Oh yeah.
I've yet to do that.
Dude.
That is my next.
Warm apple cider, man, I'm telling you. Do it in the fall when the weather starts to turn. Yeah.
Oh,
warm apple cider and Captain Morgan. It's so good.
That sounds so good.
It's so good. Like you're gonna be mad when you try it for the first time because you'll be like, oh my god, I've missed this.
I think I'd be able to hold that down maybe because I've never had it warm.
Yeah.
You think it makes a difference?
It makes it a little smoother. It doesn't have like quite that acidic bite to it, but oh dude, it's so good.
So yeah, he got the patent for some apple cider.
Wow, cheers to that guy.
Yeah.
All right, April 6th. 1896. After a break of 1,500 years, the first Olympics of the modern era was held in Athens, Greece.
Welcome back.
So the Olympics used to be a huge thing.
Yes.
You know, and then apparently it fell off for 1,500 years.
Wow.
Like, did they just?
Right. No, let's just stop for a while.
Fuck it.
And then we'll come back at some point.
Right. 1,500 years later. It's crazy. I guess I just didn't realize that there was such a gap.
I didn't either.
Like, I knew that it stopped for a while, but I didn't know that it was, you know.
And even the 4-year gap
over
in between.
Almost 2 millennia. You know what I mean?
Do you watch the Olympics?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, dude, I get
Summer
and winter.
And winter?
Oh, yeah. I'm hardcore about it, too.
Yeah,
like into sports that I didn't even know were sports.
Oh yeah,
I'm in it. Water polo, curling, dude. I don't care what it is. If the USA is in it, I'm like, oh, let's go.
So when you watch these like different sports that you really never play, do you feel like you want to get out there and like play it? Like curling,
dude. You know there's a curling club in Rochester.
My aunt is in one, and she wants people to join.
I'm in.
You want to do a one drink?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Curling. I think it's every Tuesday night or something like that.
We could decorate the rock with our logo on it.
Oh yeah, get a custom. Yeah, so her and my uncle do it, and they're looking for people to join.
That's amazing. I'm in, dude.
Curling. I mean, the older you get,
what if we made it to the Olympics?
I mean, that could be a personal goal.
Can you imagine one drink in the Olympics?
Whew, man, I'd probably be 60 by then.
It's okay though, it's curling, dude.
Yeah,
it's shuffleable.
Yeah, but once I get down, I'm gonna be like, yo, Oliver, you help me up.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I watch him a little bit, but it's cool that golf's in it now. So
yeah, that is pretty cool.
But I think I'm the only like 1% of people that watch golf in the United States.
So. Probably. Yeah, you and all the 7-year-old men around the world.
Yeah. So. Me and my boys, we're excited about the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go to April 7th, 1891. Nebraska introduces 8-hour workdays.
It's better than 10.
It is better 12. Than 10. I feel bad for the people that have to work 10 or 12.
Right.
Because those 2 extra hours...
Dude, 12 is a lot, man.
It's long.
12 is a lot.
Wow. So, one of the first businesses to implement this was the Ford Motor Company in 1914, which not only cut the standard workday to 8 hours, but also doubled their wages pay in the process. Because Ford was getting huge back then.
Oh, yeah.
The factories.
Yeah.
And,
they had the assembly line. And
yep. And then they were just like, all right, 8-hour days, punch in, punch out.
So, yeah.
And we'll pay you more.
I like it. I'd have gone up there, too. 100%. I'd have been in it.
Yeah. So the 8-hour work week.
I like it.
I don't know when the 10-hour... I'm sure there's...
Well, before, there was no standards for it.
Yeah, it was just
like
you come to work and you just work.
We just tell you when you're going to go.
Oh,
fuck that. No, thanks. It's like working in the restaurant business. All right, so April 9th, 1865. After over 500,000 American deaths, the Civil War effectively ended as General Robert E. Lee surrendered to General Ulysses S. Grant in the village of Appomattox.
I like it.
County courthouse. The surrender occurred in the home of Wilmer McLean. Terms of the surrender written by General Grant allowed Confederates to keep their houses and return home, or keep their horses and return home.
Nice.
Officers were allowed to keep their swords and sidearms.
Nice.
Yeah. We won.
Again.
Sorry.
It's awesome.
Suckers.
April 8th, 1766, the first fire escape patent.
Oh, okay.
It was made out of a wicker basket and a pulley and chain. You know, simple.
So you sit in the basket and lower yourself down?
Yeah.
In a wicker basket.
In a wicker basket.
A wicker basket, because those aren't prone to catch fire.
No, or fall apart if you're big enough,
right?
Depending on how big the basket is.
You know what happens to wicker when it gets wet?
Oh yeah,
it gets gross. And yeah, can you imagine? Oh my God, my life is saved. You sit in the basket and you fall out the bottom.
Son of a
bitch.
So have you ever been at like an apartment complex with those stairs on? You know those.
Yeah.
Have you ever climbed down one of those?
Oh yeah, the fire escapes.
Yeah.
All the time.
I did once, and it was, me being.
It's sketchy.
It's definitely sketchy.
It's sketchy.
I mean, it's safer than a wicker basket, but
barely.
They're steep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
some of them are just little ladders that go in between the levels too. They're not even steps.
And they're like small.
Yeah.
And I'm a small dude, so it's like hard to shimmy down that thing.
Yep. Yeah, then you just keep going like around and around and around.
Yeah. Oh.
Sketchy. They're definitely sketchy for sure.
But yeah, I definitely went down one of those. And not because it was a fire, just because, boozing. Let me try the fire escape. I've never been down one.
It would be super cool.
Yeah.
Been there.
It wasn't really that cool.
Nope. All right. So here we go.
Yes.
First Medal of Honor story.
Let's do it.
So this week, mine is going to go to Private First Class Harold C. Egerholm of the United States Navy during World War II. 7th July 1944, when the enemy launched a fierce, determined counterstrike attack against U.S. positions and overran a neighboring artillery battalion, Private First Class, I'm just going to say Private First Class Harold because his last name is tough to say and I'm going to butcher it.
That's how mine is.
PFC Harold immediately volunteered to assist in the efforts to check the hostile attack and evacuate the wounded. Locating and appropriating an abandoned ambulance jeep, so it means he stole it.
Yep.
Or hot-wired it, or what? Appropriating.
Yeah.
Appropriating.
I like that.
So he found an abandoned ambulance jeep and he hot-wired it. They should have just said that because it sounds way more badass. He repeatedly made extremely perilous trips under heavy rifle and mortar fire and single-handedly loaded and evacuated approximately 45 casualties. So, with the military, it's always that, no man left behind mentality.
For sure.
Whether you're alive or you're dead, they don't leave you. Yeah. And bringing these guys back home, even if it's just their bodies for their families, is a huge thing. So that's what this guy was doing. So he worked tirelessly and with utter disregard for his own safety during the grueling period of more than 3 hours.
Wow.
Despite intense, persistent enemy fire, he ran out to aid two more men whom he believed to be wounded Marines, but was himself mortally wounded by a Japanese sniper while carrying out his hazardous mission. PFC Egerholm's brilliant initiative, great personal valor, and self-sacrificing efforts in the face of almost certain death reflect the highest credit upon himself and the U.S. Naval Service. He gallantly gave his life for his country.
Yeah.
So this guy, for over 3 hours, was just going in and out of hostile, of this bullets, mortars, just collecting the casualties.
Yeah. So I believe I saw a movie about this. I don't know if it was based on him specifically, but it was a movie about a guy. He was, a soldier, and he went over there, and he would go into. He was like a nurse or a medic, kind of. The movie,
right?
And he would go and retrieve the bodies, and that was his job.
That's crazy. It's crazy to me because like. I get it too. Like I would want somebody to bring me home to my family too. You know what I mean? But dude, just giving up your life so that the families can have their loved ones. Yeah. It's
huge.
It's an amazing. I don't even know.
And that's a perspective of the war that I never even thought of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're thinking gunfire and this and that, and
Yeah.
battling while he's doing a great thing as well.
Yeah.
But it's not
right. It's totally a different sort of helpful. It's amazing.
Good story.
Yep.
So we're gonna go to Maximo Yabs.
Maximo.
You know the name Maximo?
You knew he was destined for greatness. Guy's name is Maximo.
He's a badass.
Gotta be.
First Sergeant, Vietnam War, U.S. Army. Early in the morning, company suddenly came under intense automatic weapons and mortar fire, followed by a battalion-sized assault on 3 sides. Penetrating the defensive perimeter, the enemy advanced on the company command post bunker. The command post received increasingly heavy fire and was in danger of being overwhelmed. When several enemy grenades landed within the command post, Sergeant Yabs shouted a warning and used his body as a shield to protect others in the bunker. Although painfully wounded by the numerous grenade fragments and despite the vicious enemy fire on the bunker, he remained there to provide covering fire and enabled others in the command group to relocate. So him and his boys are in a bunker. Yeah.
Getting attacked from every direction.
Grenades are just
landing.
Yeah.
He uses himself as a meat shield.
Yep. To just protect the people.
Doesn't die.
Not yet.
And then starts shooting back.
Yes.
Jesus.
Maximo. I mean,
say no more.
That's seriously say no
right.
more. All right. So when the command group reached its new position, Sergeant Yabs moved through the withering hail of enemy fire in another bunker 50 meters away. There he secured a grenade launcher from a fallen comrade and fired point blank into the attacking Viet Cong, stopping further penetration of the perimeter. Noting 2 wounded men helpless in a fire-swept area, he moved them to a safer position where they could be given medical treatment. So
not only did he make himself into a meat shield,
yes,
and survived, and then provided more cover fire,
yes,
then he dipped to another bunker.
Yep, where he saw 2 wounded men.
Picked up a grenade launcher.
Yep.
Fired him at the...
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then saved the 2 wounded men.
And then he's still saving these 2 guys.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Maximo. He resumed his accurate and effective fire, killing several enemy soldiers and forcing others to withdraw from the vicinity of the command post. As the battle continued, he observed an enemy machine gun within the perimeter, which threatened the whole position. On his own, he dashed across the exposed area, assaulted the machine gun, killed the crew, destroyed the weapons, and fell mortally wounded. Sergeant Yab's valiant and selfless actions saved the lives of many fellow soldiers and inspired his comrades to effectively repel the enemy assault. His indomitable fighting spirit, extraordinary courage at the cost of his life are the highest military traditions and reflect great credit upon himself and the armed forces of the country.
Wow.
Maximo.
That's it.
I mean, that dude... Grenades, launched, saves 2 men, all while being wounded.
Right.
Sees a machine gun that's going to potentially, take out his whole crew.
Dips again.
Goes.
Smashes it.
Takes out the machine gun, the opponents or whatever, and, then he finally fell to his, passed away. But I mean, come on.
Dude, that's just, I can't.
All you can say is Maximo. He was the man.
Maximo.
Holy cow. So yes.
Crazy.
Those are our Medal of Honor stories, and thank you for your service.
Yep, absolutely. To those past, present, future.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yep. And hey, I tell you, we're just gonna keep on rolling with this list.
I mean, God.
Till we get to
yours
end.
was great, different perspective.
Right.
I mean,
this one's crazy in its own right. It's just these guys are unbelievable.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
History, baby.
Yeah.
History.
Anyways, guys, don't forget you can check out all these history shows every Monday. You can check out our full-length shows every Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
We are on YouTube and all major platforms, including iHeart, Apple.
We're everywhere.
A whole lot. Yep, we're everywhere. Like and subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube page, both at One Drink Podcast.
Yes.
And until next time, guys, cheers.
See ya.
All right, Ryan's here.
Motherfucking Maximo.
Maximo, bro. That story